Let's roll another one on there right away. What I've been trying to do too, when you get up there, just let log clear, roll the next in so that he's banging down.
On that?
The dropper, yeah.
The only thing is it's too much bigger, right?
Yeah.
If that one's bigger, then it'll hold that
Yeah.
off of it.
That's good enough.
That's what I was probably just lifting it up a little bit. Or is that too big for it?
I think it'll be all right. Gotta have some overnight pieces.
Little teeth in that live deck, like HD has. Not a lot of them, but like maybe 4 in each one.
Just
like a little grip and a whole log. You know what I mean?
And it does need. The next one we're gonna have it come up just a little bit too,
right,
so it'll self roll.
So that'd be even better to have those in there. Then
yeah.
you can stage a few. You know, literally just like 4 sets of them.
so everybody's aware, this operator station here, if you need to manhandle this, if you reach in there and your gut grabs this lever here, it doesn't do anything because you have to pull it for the splitter to operate. So even goes for the saw levers. If you reach in there for some reason, it doesn't do anything. And another nice safety feature too, your hands can't be in there when the saw is running because you have the bar lever and then you have your saw engage lever. So both hands are out of the way when you're running the machine. Don't stick your fingers where you wouldn't stick your pecker. I guess I'll leave it up. You can just set a couple logs right on it. Well, actually, I'll lower it down. Hey, you can set a couple past it, and then we'll just lift it back up, set a couple on. So yeah, this is actually going to be called the Timberwolf Homesteader. And on the Bruteforce is going to be the Bruteforce Homesteader. This is the prototype here. There's a couple little tweaks on the production model. The first 7 are getting cut out this next week. But yeah, it's autocycle standard, 26-inch splitter stroke, 4, 6, or an 8-way hydraulic up and down. And then it's got the same style setup that we run on the Bruteforce side. So there'll be quick change wedges. This model is standard with a 12-foot belt conveyor and it's going to have the hand crank winch. The location is going to be a little bit different on the production model. The winch is going to be down lower, so if you're vertically challenged or have older shoulders, it's easier to crank up. And then this has the log deck, is a lift, so you could set a few logs on it at a time with your tractor, skid steer. Like a log loader here. Jamie's gonna set a couple on the side here and then load the log deck up. This has a hardened steel top, AR400 or AR400 or 500, I can't remember what it is. And then we run ductile iron for the wear material. So the wear materials last longer, you can grease it. As you can see, this machine, we got quite a few hours on it and the paint isn't even hardly wore off yet, the powder coat on the beam. These were painted, those are old stock, so this is actually powder coated. Then we have the front roller in the front, and we have the back roller. So if you had oddball, crooked, long stuff, they feed really well. The whole main beam is the hydraulic tank on this machine. And as you can see, when we were running this, it's barely over 50 degrees. It stays super cool. And then it has the lube minder oiler system. It is adjustable on the bottom. Chainsaw tensioner setup. 404 processor bar and chain, same as the old style 14, same length, same chain drivers. quieter belt. Like in that instance where the log is sitting on that roller and it's kind of up there, it should feed. Jamie's using the auto loader here. We're building these now. These are right around 50,000 depending on the options. That machine with it telescopically booms. With the boom out, all the way out, it'll pick up 1,000. Without it boomed, it'll do 1,700. And then in close is 3,300. This machine is actually one that we use at our wood yards around the shops. This one's been around the block a few years. And then also one good point to put in there is we have a clean out spot where a lot of the fines just fall out in the bottom. And you can just put a tarp underneath to pull your dirt out or your debris out. Catch you guys later.